say anything, Dirk.
Don't say anything?
Don't say anything.
But you can burp your brains out, right? I can't say anything. All right. I don't think we're on yet.
No, we're live, though, so don't say anything.
We're live.
Oh, look, it is on. It's
on.
We're on. Good.
We're on. How about that? We are on. I need a headset.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Oh, I don't need a headset.
We don't use a headset.
Okay. All right. This is going to be a good one. Good morning to everybody.
Good morning to Turd.
Nice to see you, Turd. Good morning, Rotorius, King Hap, Chris JP. Another great job of putting in the notes. Chris JP.
Where's everybody today?
Job. I don't know. Pain-free. Okay. Mike Trout.
I'll take care of the chat room today.
I take care of the chat room today, okay? And I'll take care of everything else. So we got a lot of stuff as usual. Everybody says that when they do a talk show, but
Zelmo's brother is here, and Zelmo.
Zelmo is here.
The two brothers.
And let's see who else. Not a lot. Your chat room's a little quiet right
Captain
now.
Danny just came.
Captain Danny, guest Captain Danny, something new. Okay, but he's doing okay. And you got any new Trevor Bauer news?
Say hi to Tony too.
Good morning, Tony. Any new stuff on Trevor Bauer?
10-0.
All right.
With a 1.66 ERA, 110 strikeouts.
All right.
So yesterday,
get ready.
I don't remember the exact conversation. I wasn't even really thinking about bringing this up, but I do have to point out one thing. If you're going to argue against Trevor Bauer, I'm probably your worst enemy. Because I have the documents, and I have it all bookmarked in Twitter. So if you try to tell me that he's a rapist or an abuser, then I just pull up the court documents. And if you try to tell me that nobody wants him and Japan didn't want him back, then I just pull up the tweet from John Heyman that says that the Yokohama Bay Stars wanted him back, but he wanted to come and play in the United States. So he did not stay in Japan. And then if you try to tell me that everybody hates him, then I just pull up the comment from Mookie Betts that says that he really likes the guy and thinks he deserves another chance. So, you know, then they just come up with excuse after excuse about why they hate Trevor Bauer. But when you prove them wrong, they just get so angry at you. Either way, Bauer is crushing it. And so yesterday somebody tried to tell me that there's absolutely there's absolutely nothing that says that Trevor Bauer could pitch in MLB again. So I pulled up his record since he got suspended from MLB. His ERA is barely 2. He's got like 250 strikeouts and 200 innings pitched. And 2 losses. So
I think we all know what's going on.
Yeah, he's being black.
We all know
he's
that.
Being
James Caprion knows it. Chris JP, Big Al on the prowl. The King Hap, Leonard
Mitchell's
Donaldson,
here.
Malpal,
Big
Mitchell.
Al.
Oh, look. Tina's here.
Leonard Donaldson. And by the way, everybody, before Laura gets here.
SM King Third, Triple Play, Zelmo.
It's Laura's birthday
today. Today is Laura's birthday.
So when she shows up, we'll all give her love.
Captain Danny, if Laura shows up, everybody, a standing ovation for the wonderfully talented Laura. Right?
Yes.
Who will be in the chat room.
He's probably 29 today.
Yeah, we hope he'll be in the chat room. Okay.
SM King
you know my prediction about the Yankees, right? They're gonna finish last.
What do you think of Marcus Stroman yesterday? Did you see Marcus Stroman?
No, he was animated. He was okay.
I have no problem with him. And I have no problem with Justin Steele doing the same thing.
You called it. Ready?
No, don't tell her.
Yeah, everybody, on the count of 3, everybody, look who's in the chat room. Come on, everybody.
I thought you were going to sing.
Let's get with it. Ready, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Laura. Big Al on the prowl says it as well. Nice to see Laura in the chat room on her birthday. Yeah, all right, there you go. Okay, anyway. Let's give you some news. The Yankees announced, Juan Soto was scratched from the lineup.
Happy birthday to Laura.
Happy birthday.
Okay, well, but so you don't have a problem with Marcus Stroman. And I don't know if you saw Judge went over and had a chat with them. And then I read on X, but I didn't proof check this or anything, so I don't know if it's true. But somebody on X said that that Marcus Stroman unfollowed and isn't friends with Judge anymore or something on social media.
I didn't really study that, as you can see. All right, but let's talk about Juan Soto again, because that's important. The Yankees already, DJ LeMahieu's been hurt, Aaron Judge has been hurt, now Soto's been hurt. He has
Poor Soto.
He has bruised his right hand sliding into home plate in the fourth inning. He'll undergo initial...
he already did, and it shows no damage.
Yeah, that's right, no damage, so he'll be okay, all right?
So that's the good news. He underwent some initial testing, and they don't show any structural damage, but Soto obviously needs to wait for his hand to feel better before he comes back. You still think they're going to finish last?
Yes, I think the Yankees are in serious trouble.
Oh,
but,
well.
all right, let's wake up the chat room by coming up with something, okay? Tell me a Major League Baseball record that you are absolutely certain will never be broken, okay?
Wasn't there a pitcher that threw 2 complete games in a row? Or 2 perfect games or something?
No, 2 no-hitters in a row.
Okay, well, that's my guess.
Oh, yeah, because then you'd have to throw a third, right?
Yes.
Who was that? Cincinnati, I forget his name.
If Unholy was here, he would know.
Yeah, that's right. All right, anyway. So come up with the record that you're sure will never be broken. Now, the example of Fernando Tatis once hit 2 grand slams against the same pitcher in the same inning. Remember that one?
No, I don't.
That one, I think, will never be broken. Okay?
All right, so we want to know from the chat room, what is a record in MLB that you think will never be broken?
It was Johnny Vandermeer, that's right.
Johnny Vandermeer. Thank you, Triple Play.
Yes, I just...
Good morning to Triple Play.
I lost it. Let's see, Captain Dandy says Cal Ripken's consecutive games.
How many consecutive games?
Ricky Henderson stolen bases.
How many stolen bases?
So it's pretty good. Okay, chat room
Turk says
really
Nolan
good.
Ryan is the most untouchable by far, and I think he means in strikeouts like Leonard Donaldson.
Okay,
LD.
Maybe.
All right, so fans around baseball received exciting news as Mike Trout did tell reporters yesterday that he's basically pain-free. He only has occasional soreness. He's working back from a surgery to repair a meniscus tear, and they thought it was going to be 6 weeks, but so far, if you are keeping track, it's already been 8 weeks, and there is no timetable for his return. He hasn't started running the bases yet, so we don't really know, but as King Turd pointed out, he's going to require a rehab assignment, so he's probably not going to be back until after the All-Star break, which is coming up here quickly, by the way.
All right, anybody going to beat Pete Rose's hits? 56-game hitting streak. I think that's going to be broken.
Pete Rose hits is a good one.
Pete Rose hits is 4 homers in a game. All right.
That one gets broken all the time.
Not 4 homers in a game.
The last guy that did it was Scooter.
Oh, yeah?
Scooter Jeanette.
4 homers in a game?
I think so, and McCutcheon did it.
Well, here's another one. Shohei Ohtani hit his 26th home run. All right, let's come up with a little easier question. John Garofalo, good morning.
Oh, Boston Paul says nobody will hit 5 in a game.
Yeah.
So, You're right. You have to break the record. You're right.
Break the record.
Okay.
Break the record. All right, Tommy Johnson, good morning.
This is fun.
Now,
good morning to John.
Here's one for you. Ohtani hit number 26, and it's only June 29th. But Aaron Judge has hit 30.
Gunnar Henderson is right up there, too. So.
Who's going to hit more home runs between, how many does Gunnar Henderson have?
Oh, he's close. 24?
Okay, between Shohei, I'm going to have it only 2. Who's going to hit more home runs at the end of the year? Ohtani or Judge?
All right, that's another trivia for you guys.
Now, that's a good one because, you got to think about the potential injury factor. I mean, you can't predict injuries, but who's going to hit more home runs at the end of the year? Shohei Ohtani, who has 26 right now, or Aaron Judge, who's got 30. And
I'm going to say...
Oyerism.
Good.
Back again. I was wondering if you were coming back, and now I see you back. Wow.
I'm going to call this guy
Okay.
I'm going to call this guy Onesie.
Onesie.
I don't know how else to say his name, but we're happy to have you. Now, Turd points out that if a pitcher had 25 straight years of 200 strikeouts, they would still be 715 strikeouts shy of passing Nolan Ryan.
Yep, all right.
That is unbreakable for sure. Or maybe he's Otani. Should we call him Otani? He doesn't have a T in his name. I'm calling him Onesie. Because if I switch the letters around enough, I could get something out of that.
The Oakland A's finally win on the road. They beat the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Oh, his name's Owens.
Who?
He says his name is Owens. Welcome, Owens. That's what I'm calling you. Because we don't know how to say your name.
Nice going, Owens. Good to see Owens. All right, let me just get myself together now.
Big O.
Right? The Oakland A's win on the road, 9-4 over Arizona. They snapped an 11-game road losing streak, the 5th longest in franchise history. So that
the MLB team with the worst batting average?
Worst batting average. All right.
John, this is for you. John G.
What team has the worst batting average in baseball?
Yes, this one's for you, John. Don't tell him.
Name the Major League Baseball. I'm not going to tell him. This is for anybody. Name the Major League Baseball. Say hello to Owens, everybody. There you go. Remember R.C. Owens? He was a football player. Anyway, the Major League Baseball team with the worst batting average is who? Who's got the worst batting average? And Malpal hits it right on their shenanigans.
And they're in first place in their division.
And they're in first place.
And that includes the reigning World Series champions, the Texas Rangers. So,
there you go.
All right. Heston Kierstad.
Wait, where's Eddie Hackman? Can we talk about
this?
He's at church.
Yes,
okay, but we can talk about it anyway. Yes. Go ahead. You saying something about Heston Kierstad?
Crushed his first MLB Grand Slam. Number 20 prospect, now has 7 RBIs over his past 2 games for the Orioles. He was drafted in... No, we're not going to talk about him. We're going to talk about James Wood next. But we should give some love to Heston, right?
Yes.
Right, Turd? Yes.
Talking about James Wood?
Coming tomorrow.
He's set to make his Major League debut with the Nationals on Monday, right? Mm-hmm. So they're going to call up Wood from AAA Rochester prior to the game against the Mets. And this kid is one of the, we've been talking about him for a while.
Well, Turd has.
And Mitchell Harston has too, I think. Wood is one of the top prospects in all of it. He had a phenomenal season at Rochester.
So far.
Yeah, 346, 10 homers, 10 stolen bases in 51 games, 17% walk rate, 18% strikeout rate. Very impressive. He's only 21, and he's getting better. His strikeout rate in the minors was higher, but he's improved on that. He's a very interesting player.
We'll see how he strikes out at the majors. He's shown mixed results in the minors, but this current year, he's doing excellent with his strikeouts. He did strike out 31% between high A and double A last year. Anyway, he'll be playing in left field, and you got him and C.J. Abrams on a tear right now. Right. I'd be a little concerned being the Mets, okay, because you'd think that it would be an easy matchup for the Mets right now, who are on a good, nice winning streak.
Oh, the Mets are terrible. I don't like the Mets.
I don't appreciate that.
What?
Saying the Mets are terrible.
I'm a Met fan, and I'm saying it. Well, been a Met fan since 1962. I think. I don't know. When was the Mets?
Anyway, Leonard Donaldson.
When they drafted Hobie Landreth as their number 1 pick. And he was a backup catcher. And when Casey Stengel was asked by reporters, why Hobie Landreth as the number 1 pick, he said, well, when the pitcher throws the ball, we need a catcher to catch it. That's what he said. Okay.
Cy Young had 511 wins and 749 complete games.
Yeah,
so that could be a record.
That'll be tough. Yeah. That'll be tough.
All right. Corey Seager. So Turd, our resident Texas Rangers insider, is not pleased about Corey Seager getting hit. All right. He thinks they should turn around and throw at Gunnar Henderson now. So that's how King Turd rolls. But Corey Seager exited the game against the Orioles. He was struck in the wrist area in the 5th inning by Cade Povich, who threw up and inside. They did say initial x-rays are negative, though he will be evaluated further to determine the severity of the issue.
Malpal comes up with a good one. He says 30 wins in a single season. Starters don't even start 30 games. How are they going to win 30 games? That's a great one, Mal Pal. Shows you the difference in today's baseball compared to yesterday's baseball. So and one of Andy's boys is back. The Diamondbacks reinstated Zach Gallen.
Love him.
Yeah, love it. She picked him early in the season.
You know he's throwing gas now.
15-day injured list. He prepares to start Arizona. His game against the Athletics. And
let me tell you what he did.
Go ahead.
It was the fourth time this season he's gone 6 innings without allowing a run. He's posted 5 quality starts in his last 6 outings, and the only exception was May 30th that ended with his hamstring injury because he couldn't even record an out. So he's now at a 2.83 ERA with a 1.07 whip. He's a soft tosser who I love, and he threw 77 pitches yesterday. 50 of them were strikes, and he will be going up against San Diego next.
Daniel Ferreira has made his entrance into the cave. Nice to see Daniel Ferreira, Leonard Donaldson. Happy birthday, Laura, and Tommy John triple play. Wow.
Where's Bobby Klein out today?
Well, Boston Paul is here. Captain Danny is here. All right. Bobby, somebody get Bobby Klein out. But let's talk. And how about the Pittsburgh boys? Tommy Johnston's here. Who's the other Pittsburgh guy?
Paul Skeens.
Paul,
with his beautiful girlfriend.
Paul Skeens.
Have you seen his girlfriend?
I don't look at other women.
Oh, come on, Leonard.
No, I don't.
Oh, please.
Nobody can top you. Nobody.
Okay.
Nobody.
Well, once you see this girl, you might disagree.
All right, Paul Skeens, 9 strikeouts. He's posted a quality start in 7 of his first 9 big league games.
I think I have a bigger crush on his girlfriend than every guy in the chat room. Because I, for some reason, I always feel the need to bring it up because she's so cute.
Well,
all right.
Typical women.
All right. Well, anyways.
He was last year's number 1 overall pick to begin his major league career. 2.06 ERA, 12 strikeouts per 9 innings, 103 whip. He continues to prove himself as a generational talent. 6 innings, 6 hits, 13 whiffs. Every pitcher in history to strike out 70 batters in the first 9 games. I mean, are you kidding me?
Okay, let me finish that tidbit since you're clearly not going to.
Yeah, I'm not getting it. Go
okay,
ahead.
Every single pitcher in history to strike out 70 batters in the first 9 games of their MLB career while not allowing more than 12 runs.
It's only one. It's Paul Skeens. That's
right.
It. Okay. He started 9 games and has not left the game with his team. This is great. He has never left the game with his team trailing in any of the games that he started. And in his first 9 starts, he's got 70 or more strikeouts, less than 12 runs allowed. And again, no pitcher in history has ever done that.
Jackson Merrill, Malpal.
Jackson Merrill, there you go.
He hits another one. 2nd straight game, he hit a bomb. 12th of the season. That's the most among NL rookies. You know,
Oh, wait a second. Malpal posted a good one in there. Lenny's 24-hour podcast will be tough to beat. I'm doing a 25-hour podcast, all right? We'll beat it. Go ahead.
No, Leonard.
You were talking about
We can't even stay up past 6.
I know. You were talking about Jackson Merrill?
Yes, Jackson Merrill's power has emerged. He's heated up. His 11 homers, 82 games is already good for a 21-year-old in his first MLB season. 8 of those homers have come in his last 15 games. In the last 15 games, he's batting .309 with 11 runs and 16 RBIs, including 8 homers.
Okay.
Do I sound excited about it?
You know, you really do. You excited? I'm more excited about Merrill Hartson than I am about Jackson Merrill.
Is he here now?
Is Merrill here? I know, let's see.
Mitchell is here.
Mitchell is here. Where's Merrill? We're talking about Merrill. And
Mitchell's gone,
Mitchell's gone. All right.
All right.
Garofalo's here. Caprio. Oh, man. Okay.
The Phillies have won 25 straight games when their starting pitcher went 7+ innings. Now, that doesn't seem like that big of a feat. But according to the Phillies, only one team in history has ever had a longer streak, and that was the 1942 Cardinals, who won 42 in a row.
And Boston Paul says, listen to this one.
I heard it.
There is no one who will break the 1,000 straight Lenny podcasts.
I think he's done more than that, actually.
Well, you know something?
1,000 podcasts straight is only about 5 years. You've been doing this for 25 years.
Yeah, something like that. That's pretty good.
It's June 29th. That was yesterday. And Ellie De La Cruz has 40 steals.
40 steals already.
He went 2 for 5 with an RBI, a run scored, and a stolen base yesterday.
What do you think? Is he a first-round pick next year?
Are you kidding? Look at the other people. Julio Rodriguez has like the worst OPS in baseball.
Yeah.
You got the only other guy in the first round worth drafted in the first round is Kyle Tucker. And, well, I have to say Jose Ramirez is still hanging in there, too.
Yeah.
But, honestly, look at Corbin Carroll. Mookie's been good.
Yes.
So, I guess I was wrong.
De La Cruz hit an RBI double in the third inning, followed it up with his 40th steal that he tripled, scored in a 6-run, unbelievable for the Reds. After going 8 games without a 8 games. How do you do 8 games without a steal? He's 22 years. He's now swiped the bag in 3 consecutive games, leads the league. He did strike out 3 times. He's got the most strikeouts.
Who? Ellie?
Yeah,
okay.
Most strikeouts, 110, hitting .255, 14 homers, 355 plate appearances. Ellie De La Cruz. Now, he's a first rounder, right?
Yes, Leonard.
Now, could you take him number 1? You get power, you get speed, you get everything right there in bunches, okay? Would you take Ellie De La Cruz number 1? Let's say you were...
no.
But
you asked her, maybe he would. He likes these guys.
Anybody in the chat room, take Ellie De La Cruz as the number 1 pick, okay?
Yes, I think he might. Ellie, could he get 100 steals in a season?
Well, SM King Turd says he's a first rounder for sure. I'll tell you something that's pretty good.
Captain Danny's too busy taking Mookie Betts because he's a pesky Dodgers fan.
Will Ellie get 100 steals in a season?
Says he will.
Yeah, he probably could.
So Jonathan India is somebody that's been very good lately. He's 17 for 30 with 7 singles and 10 doubles in just his last 8 games. He's also had multiple hits in each game.
Now, India has a double or 2 in each of his last 7 games. That's crazy. He's doubled twice, his 8th consecutive multi-hit game. He became the first Cincinnati player to double in 7 consecutive games. We spoke about India very highly at the beginning of the year, and then he slumped. And as I say all the time, every player has a streak, a good streak and a bad streak. It's up to you to catch him. And during a bad streak, you try to acquire him. During a good streak, you try to trade him. That's how you win fantasy baseball, okay?
Guess who has the most wins in their last 20 games, Laura? Guess.
Who's got the most?
Happy birthday to Laura.
This is a birthday present. Who has got the most wins
in their last 20 games?
In the last 20 games.
The Mets have won 16 out of 20. And I'm not even going to tell you the next one because it's a...
Is the question number 1? Yeah, I'll say this. Is he a number 1 pick? Let's say you have the first pick. You're not going to get him unless you take him number 1.
Who?
De La Cruz, all right? Would you take De La Cruz as the number 1, not the first round pick? Sure, he's a first round pick. Would you take De La Cruz as the number 1 pick in the draft? Something to think about, okay? Okay, let's go. There's Laura.
Yep, let's go Mets.
Let's go Mets, okay?
Stephen Kwan is
Wait, who was the Mets' first sponsor? Every team has a beer. What was the Mets sponsor? I don't know if they still sponsor them. Yankees had Ballantine beer. Anybody remember what the Mets started off, their sponsor? They used to have a representative hanging in her picture was in the subways all the time, okay?
Anybody? What is it, Modelo?
Who?
Budweiser?
No.
Corona?
No.
Coors?
You don't even...
Bush?
No, I don't... That's right. Even Boston Paul makes mistakes, okay? It was... There you go, Chris J.P. Reingold. My beer is Rheingold, the dry beer. It is whenever you buy beer. It's not bitter, not sweet. It's a dry extra treat once you buy. Where did that come from?
I have no
I
idea.
watched so many Met games, I could sing the Rheingold song. I know, holy mackerel. And then the Schaefer is the one beer to have when you're having more than one. Boom, 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 boom. Imagine a baseball team saying, have more than one beer. Wow. Anyway, that's pretty good.
Chris from Cambridge is here.
Good. Nice to see Chris from Cambridge.
All right, Stephen Kwan batting .310.
Hold it. The Mets have the most wins in the last 20 games. I know you said that. 16.
Rheingold.
And the team with the fewest amount of wins is
Oakland.
Oakland.
Chris from Cambridge says up in Canada they used to have Labatt Blue Jays baseball.
Okay.
That's pretty good. That's a good one.
And the Mets are one game out of the wild card.
And Chris JP.
There you go. Somebody put the commercial in there.
See, Turd is still pissed off about hitting Seager, I think.
Oh, yeah?
Right, Turd? Are you still mad about this? Is that what you're talking about? Foot inside is a foot inside, he says.
There you go. Hey, Owens, how you doing, kid?
I don't think they should be throwing at Gunnar Henderson, okay? That's just a little... That's below the belt. And honestly, you got Andrew Haney pitching. He'll probably hit somebody not even on purpose.
My beer is right. I love it. I know I'm in the...
Keep singing, Leonard. It's
My
good.
beer is right. All right, any other beer song you want me to sing? If there's another beer song on your mind, throw it in the chat room and I'll sing it, okay? I could sing Rheingold. I could sing Schaefer.
And the Mariners in Seattle is probably... PBR.
I don't know. Anyway, what were we saying about Stephen Kwan?
He's batting .310 with 2 strikes.
Wow. Are you kidding me? That's pretty good. 7-run win for the Dodgers, their second largest extra inning win since 1901. I remember in 1954, the Braves won by 8 in 11 innings. So how about that? Uncle Toledo, if he was here, he would say that he watched the game with me, right?
Yes.
Zelmo is back in action. Good
Tommy
to see
Johnson
you.
is here.
Tommy Johnson is here, and we are rocking
and Daniel
rolling.
the Hulkster Ferrara.
There we go. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Most home run. What team has the most... All right, let's throw this out there. What team has the most home runs...
in a calendar month.
In a calendar month, okay?
It's strange.
In any year, okay? In any year.
Well, they happen to be like the last 5 years, 3 of them.
And also this year. Who has the most home runs in a calendar month this year? And who's got the most home runs in a calendar month? I need another Labatt's. I don't know.
Chris from Cambridge says Cleveland. That's not it.
No, it's not Cleveland. Okay? Singing in the shower with Lenny. There you go. I love that. I'll sing in the shower with you anytime, okay? And then the song will be, Get Me the Hell Out of Here, okay? The team...
It is. Baltimore this year, they've had 60 home runs in the month of June. And the one with the most home runs in any calendar month was the 2019 Yankees,
Not
74 home runs in the month of August.
That's right.
And it is kind of surprising because they didn't go far that year. They didn't win.
Yeah, okay.
All right, Anthony Santander, speaking of the most home runs in June, he hit his 13th homer of June. He went 2 for 3 with a solo homer, an RBI, a double, a walk, and 2 total runs yesterday in the 6-5 win over the Rangers.
That's right. He got the Orioles on the board with a second inning homer. Then he had an RBI double in the 7th. And,
Mitchell's back. Welcome back, Mitchell.
There you go, Mitchell. He may never want June to end. I mean, it used to be Kyle Schwarber month. June.
Yes, it did.
We're changing it to Anthony Santander month. He's batting...
And Ohtani
He's
month.
batting .274, 13 homers, 26 RBIs in 27 games. Put him up to 22 homers and 54. I mean, he's having a great season. He's still battling. He's still batting in the mid-230s, but he's a great pick, Santander. How much you paying for Santander next year?
I don't know.
I'll throw it into the chat room. how much are you paying for Anthony Santander next year? Okay, Santander, is he a $16 player? I'll say.
Oh, Turd, that's horrible. I'm not going to repeat what you said.
What? Oh, come on.
Turd needs to go to church today.
Yeah, okay. How many home runs does, how much you paying for Santander? Santander. I'll say $16 to $18. That's a lot. That's more than I expected, okay? There you go. All right, I don't know what he's talking about now.
All right, happy birthday to Bud Black. Thank you, Chris from Cambridge, always sharing some birthdays with us. Bud Black.
70 or more strikeouts and 10 or fewer walks.
We already talked about this.
In his first career 9 appearances, it's Paul Skeens.
And his girlfriend, Olivia.
And then Masahiro Tanaka also did it, okay?
Okay.
And then who's got the most strikeouts in the first 9 career appearances?
Strasburg?
No.
Dwight Gooden?
No.
Nolan Ryan?
Not even Herb Score, who I would have guessed. It's Kerry Wood. Kerry Wood. Okay, Kerry Wood has the most, 85, and Paul Skeens has 70. He's having a great season, okay?
Will Smith talked with Ken Rosenthal about his big hit in the 11th inning that broke the game open and what it was like catching 9 different pitchers.
Yeah, can you believe that?
9 pitchers he caught yesterday.
Pretty good.
So go Will Smith.
That's right.
Turd is still saying he's right. He wants Gunnar Henderson to get hit today in the head.
No, he doesn't.
He's being he needs to go repent.
We have any Cub fans? Where's Unholy Toledo? We're talking about the Cubs. They're sitting I know why he's not here. Because the Cubs, I won't be surprised to hear Sager actually broke his wrist. Malpal.
Don't egg on Turd.
We get those surprises every day.
Okay, the Cubs currently sit in last place in the National League Central at 38 and 45, but they're only 5 games back.
Yeah.
Are they going to be sellers? I don't think so. This team is built to win. They have a lot of young guys on this team. They are not going anywhere.
That's right. And then, of course, one of the big challenges for the Mets in the next couple of weeks will be managing an undermanned bullpen. The Mets could have used some length.
I hope they signed Bauer. Hello, do you hear me, Mets?
They could have used some length, and they put Tyler McGill in, but he didn't provide much. His final 5 in the 3rd innings, 101 and after the game, bingo.
McGill's done. It's time to bring back Budo. Christian Scott. Anybody.
They wound up optioning Tyler McGill to Syracuse.
Good.
Okay?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, there you go.
Good. Okay, Jose Iglesias, he's a fan favorite, no doubt. He was out there, okay, singing and stuff, doing OMG, and the fans love it. His teammates love it. Jose Iglesias has become a great little addition to this team, okay? He went 3 for 3 with 2 doubles, a run scored, and an RBI, and nobody talks about his defense, but I'm sure it's not as good as it used to be. But I'll tell you what, at one point in his career, he was the best defensive shortstop in baseball.
Right.
He went 3 for 4 with 2 doubles, an RBI, and 1 run scored. All right, they still lost yesterday, but he's functioned in a utility.
Mitchell is here.
Whoa.
There you go. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, Mitchell says the Mets should sign Bauer. I agree. Yes, you don't have to convince me.
Mitchell knows how to come into a chat room.
And Mitchell is right on this one.
All right, go ahead.
All right, he's gone 7 for 17 over his last 10 games, despite recording a plate appearances in just 7 of those games. He's batting .425, 7 RBIs, 6 runs scored, 1 stolen base, 4 doubles. He doesn't have any home runs, but it doesn't matter. His best path to playing time is at second base. He's currently on the short side of a platoon with Jeff McNeil, who's only batting .221 on the season and actually .211 in the month of June.
Yeah, so let's see what
and
happens.
Pablo Lopez.
Wow, he's back. Remember, he was one of the pitchers that everybody
Somebody
loved.
said to sell low buy low.
Yeah.
Anyway, Pablo Lopez is back.
Yeah, we were talking about buying.
And Merrill is here, Leonard.
Yes, I said he's here.
Merrill, you said that before he was here.
Oh no,
he's here.
Anyway, so we liked Pablo at the beginning of the season, and then he tailed off a little bit, but he really 1 run allowed in his last 14 innings. Pablo Lopez, a great pickup, and he's probably not available, but try to get him in a trade, okay? And wait for his next start. If he's got a mediocre start, his next start, grab him. All right? Wait, that's how you play the game. You don't try to trade for a player who's coming off a great game. You trade for a player who's coming off a mediocre game, okay, or a bad game, and one game doesn't make it, but one game could change the mind of a lot of people, and that's what happens. So play that. It's a big part of fantasy baseball.
Boston Paul says, let me tell you something about Webb. He doesn't win any games. All he does is pitch 6 innings, then either loses or comes out of the game and doesn't get a win. That's not good for fantasy. Oh, I wish I had Webb's numbers to put up in front of you so I could tell you stats about Webb. It's not his fault they don't win when he's on the mound. Right. All he does is pitch 6 innings. Is saying a whole heck of a lot these days about a starting pitcher. He's got 3 excellent pitches. He always has great mound presence. He strikes out a ton of batters. He gets ground balls. So the fact that he doesn't win games is a bunch of bull dinky.
All right, one of our star players, Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis.
Yes.
Are they the same player?
No.
Oh, they're both considered stars, and they've both gotten off to mediocre starts. I won't say bad, but for what we expect of... What the hell was that? For what we expect
it's me fighting with Boston Paul over Logan Webb.
Of Machado and Tatis. They produced 4 or less, but Machado's coming back. Over his last 13 games, he's batting .384, 4 homers and 11 RBIs. Will you pay attention?
It's Macho Manny time.
2 for 5 with 2 homers and 5 RBIs. So,
over his last 13 games, he's batting .384.
I said that. You see, you're not paying attention, okay? Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis, 2 underachieving players, are both on their way to what we
John
expected.
Kinski Noel. His name is John Kinski.
I didn't know who he was until a couple of days ago.
I knew who he was thanks to the Statline Scouts on X, okay?
Oh, is that right?
Including my favorite guy, Doc's Dynasty Stash, who told me about this guy a couple weeks ago.
Really? Only know he's got tremendous power. But
he hit his second home run only 4 games in with 115 mile an hour exit velocity. It went 413 feet. So if you need power, go pick up Noel. That's his last name. He also was the second youngest qualified hitter at AAA last year behind Mason Wynn. He did struggle a little bit in the first half, but he hit 14 homers in 69 games during the second half of the season at AAA Columbus. Anyway, his last name is Noel, so if you need some hitting.
That's right. Get him. And if you need some pitching, he's not underrated, but he's much better than what people think, and that's Jack Flaherty. He's 28 years old. He looked fantastic since joining Detroit on a 1-year deal. 89 innings, 15 starts, 3.24 ERA. He's just pitching well. He struck out an eye-popping 33% while walking just 4. Okay? So keep in mind, if you have a chance to get... Wait for... Here's another example. Wait for Flaherty to get... I won't say get knocked around, but wait for him to have a mediocre outing. Wait for him to get hit a little bit.
He's doing way too good to get any kind of deal.
Every player, including Flaherty, is capable of having a bad game.
That's true.
And when he has it, grab him. Okay?
He struck out an eye-popping 33% of batters that he's faced, and only walking 4%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
And if you need a pitcher, Gavin Williams looks like he's back. He was in rehab.
He's not a pitcher.
What is he?
Oh, yes, he is.
He yielded 1 run on 3 hits in AAA, so I think that's a pitcher. He needed 82 pitches, but anyway, Gavin Williams, a player that you got to watch.
I thought we were talking about Gavin Sheets.
No, Gavin. Who's the? All right, let's go to the chat room. Okay,
Leonard.
Who is the pitcher who is still active with the most all-time saves? Let's see how good. Let's see if everybody.
Who is still active? Kenley Jansen.
No. Who's the pitcher still active?
I like Josh Smith.
With the most all-time saves. Josh Smith? Okay.
No, he's not a pitcher, but I like him.
Somebody signed Bauer, says Daniel Ferrara. SM King Turd's got it. It's Craig Kimbrell. You're right. And Mariano Rivera is the all-time save leader with 652.
And according to Mandy Bell of MLB.com, Noel had the hardest hit home run by a Cleveland player since StatCast was introduced in 2015. That's from guest Adelia. Say who you are. We love having you give your input.
Boston Paul says no one's going to sign Trevor Bauer. Nobody, not this year, maybe not next year, and that's just the way it is.
God, dude, he thinks he knows everything. And first of all, you say you guys all know why. You go ahead and tell us why.
Tell us why.
Why is it? Because none of us actually do know why. He served a suspension, so what the heck? I mean, he's going to end up suing them if they don't sign him. But since you know everything today, Boston Paul, go ahead and tell us why.
And Freddie Freeman hit another double. 4 more doubles for Freddie Freeman.
He's a star.
And he will have 500.
Is Freddie Freeman a star?
Yeah, absolutely a star. Let's say thank you to everybody who has supported us today.
Captain Danny says Daniel has Bauer on his fantasy team still. Yeah. I have to admit, I have him in a couple real deep leagues just in case, but I agree.
Big Al on the prowl.
Nobody is going to sign him this year.
Chris from Cambridge. Chris JP. Great job again. Writing up the notes, Daniel Ferrara, James Caplion, John Garofalo, King Hap,
Mitchell and Merrill Hartson.
Laura, happy birthday to Laura. There you go.
Yes, Laura.
Malpal, Merrill, Mitchell, Owens. That's a good one. That's a great one. Rotorius, SM King Turd, Tommy Johnson, Triple Play, Zelmo, Boston Paul, Captain Danny. Whoa, what a great day we had.
I think we should go out singing some beer commercials.
Go ahead, let's sing a beer commercial.
I don't know them, though. You have to sing. I'll just do the two.
Ask the man... All right, here's what you do. Give the man the 3-ring sign. Ask the man for what beer? The 3-ring sign and ask the man for what? This is to the chat room. Give the... All right? Give the 3-ring sign and ask the man for... For what? Okay?
Beer?
It's a beer. Ask the man for what beer. It's a beer that sponsored the New York Yankees. So give the man the 3-ring sign and ask the man for what? Sponsoring the New York... Come on, let's see who's so good. Okay?
When it's time.
3-ring sign and ask the man for... come on, everybody. What's going on? Nobody knows this? Mitchell Merrill, the old-timers, you don't know it? Come on, ask the man for... Ask Captain Danny's going to get it. Ask the man for... Give him the 3-ring sign and ask the man for... Danny, for Captain Danny. All right, if I have to tell you without a guess, it's going to be... I'm going to go... well, happy 29th birthday to Laura. There you go.
Carling.
Not Carling. That's it. Step up and give the man the 3-ring sign and ask the man for... And he sponsored the Yankees. Are you ready? On the count of 3, I'm going to give it to you, so put it up there. 1, 2, 3. There you go. James Caplion hits it. I knew somebody would get it. Give the man the 3-ring sign and ask the man for Valentine. And on that note, thank you, everybody. You guys are the greatest, and we really appreciate it. If again, 631-406-7141. If you have something important, call us right now, okay? But if you don't have anything to call us right now, you can call us at any time. The only show in the history that gives out its phone number and tells its listeners, call if you need some assistance, if you need a second opinion, if you need anything, Fantasy Baseball, 631-406-7141. It's Miller time. Okay. And so today was a good beer day.
Yes,
Right.
we discussed quite a few beers
Yeah,
today.
what was your favorite beer? I know you were a beer drinker. What's your
I don't
favorite
really,
beer?
I don't drink a lot of beer. I
Well,
like
what was-
Fat Tire.
What?
Fat Tire?
What's Fat Tire? Is that an Oregon beer?
It's a Colorado beer, actually.
Colorado. Okay, everybody.
I like Rogue Brewery in Portland, Oregon.
Who the hell knows?
Rogue Brewery. I bet John Garofalo knows Rogue beer.
Okay.
And they have whiskey there, too. So.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. See you tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning.
See you
Goodbye.
then.
Goodbye.